Hello, folks. Ryan here with Natural Aquariums. Welcome to the Wednesday night planted tank stream. Like to welcome Rocko from Rocko's Fish Room.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm doing real well. I don't know. Today's been a kind of a weird day. It hasn't been the most efficient of days for me, but
Right.
I've made it through all of that, and I got to here, and so yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. How about yourself?
Man, I tell you what, today's been another one of those really busy days. I just go and go, 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 go. And then you finally think you got a chance to sit down for a minute. The phone rings. Oh, I gotta go do this too. Okay. It's
Yep.
been one of them days.
Yeah, so it's been less than efficient for you too.
Exactly. But hey, you know what? The good Lord let me wake up on the green side of the grass. It's a good day. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, absolutely. Beats the alternative, doesn't it?
try to make it positive no matter what.
Hmm. Hmm. For sure, for sure. So, I think I saw some of the people that are in here. Hello, Bob Kaler, Sandy, Skipper. Some of the first people that arrived, and I think most people are familiar with Rocco. But I imagine I have some lurkers and some people that
Sure.
catch the replay and stuff. So Rocco is he's got a channel here on YouTube. He does a weekly stream on his channel called Rockin' the Coast, and you do that with Third Coast Aquatics, correct?
Right on, right on, right on. We do we do a stream, and we're still kind of trying to work out our niche a little bit,
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah,
But
it's
we try,
been
we
kind
try to
of
bring some,
fresh one.
yeah, try to bring in some people and do some interviews with them. And like tomorrow's stream is going to be fantastic. So if you guys get a chance, make sure you're there, especially if
Yep.
you're well, like you deal with plants and stuff. And I know some of the other people in the fish fam like to sell their fish and ship fish and stuff like that. So it might be beneficial for you to be there tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
saw
I'm
your
saying.
little video there. Bringing people in. I like that a lot. And yeah, so your guest is, I believe, Natalie from the Austin Aquarium
Yeah,
Society.
yeah,
Yeah, Greater
Greater Austin.
Austin.
Yep, yep.
Cool.
She's the treasurer there. And that this last week they had a big swap, and it was like the first meeting they had in a long time, because they're just, with the COVID thing,
Hmm.
memberships have been low, and it's a lot of people are scared, so I mean, I can't really
Yeah,
blame them,
yeah,
so
yeah,
the shows, the swaps and stuff have been kind of slow for them, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We're all
yeah.
going to get over this thing, and life's going to go back to normal one day, or hopefully soon it'll go back to normal, and we won't have to worry about this stuff anymore, and
Yeah, yeah, I
I'll
think we
enjoy
all
life the
hope
way it should
that,
be.
and that's awesome that you're gonna have her on the stream there, and I think what you go at like 5 p.m. Central Time or something like that.
Yes, five
Yeah,
central. Yep.
yeah. So that's like 3 o'clock over here on the Pacific Coast. So sometimes work gets in the way, but sometimes I can do
Yeah.
some lurking and stuff too. Speaking of working and lurking, yeah, Rocco is also co-host of the Aquatic Morning Show,
Yeah.
and usually that goes Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Right.
However, today you had a kind of a special stream, right?
Yes. It was great. It was great.
Yeah.
We had Zenzo, and I've always watched his videos, and he just has a really great demeanor about him, and to actually get to talk to him and interact with him was just amazing. I mean, it was just
Mhm.
really cool, really great experience. And if you guys haven't subscribed to him, make sure you get over there and do that, because I mean, just an immense plethora of information you can get from him.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to watch like Tazawa more, a while
Mhm.
back, and then I don't know kind of how he fell off my radar a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, Rico had him on recently, and so
Mhm.
yeah, I got to see him again there, and then of course, with your guys' stream, I was listening and driving around, and
Right
yeah,
on, right on.
yeah. In fact,
Working
in
and
fact,
lurking.
I I owe, to your guys' stream this morning. I owe a bit of gratitude because I don't know. I woke up this morning and I noticed I've shown you that plant farm tank that I got,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
really cool, really cool.
And so I noticed the CO2 wasn't on, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I checked the tank, and yeah, it's empty. I'm like, oh man,
Oh,
I wasn't
no.
expecting it to go empty as that quick because I'm
Right.
barely trickling CO2 into there.
Gotcha.
And most of that's because I don't have a filter on there, so there's no water
Sure,
movement. So
sure.
the CO2 will build up quickly when
Right.
that's the case. And so, yeah, I go to I'm listening to you guys. I drive over to the welding supply store, and the place looks like it's closed. It's like 9:30 in the morning. I figure a place like that would open at 6 or something.
Yeah, you'd think so, yeah.
And so I call the gal, and I get a voicemail, and I'm like, oh, okay. And so
Oh, no.
I hop back in my car and I put in a comment that that this happened to me, and it was Geek Boy. He said, well, like the beer brewing places, the
Right.
brewer supply places also do that. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I guess I knew that, but didn't think of it. So then I do some search and I find another weld shop. I go there and they can exchange my tank and everything. And they bring out a new full CO2 tank. And then I'm like, where's the little gasket? And the guy has no idea what I'm talking about. Every time I've refilled CO2, they
Yeah.
always give me this little gasket, and so he looked.
Wow.
I explained to him what it was. And he looked around. He figured out what it was, but they didn't have any, which I thought was really bizarre. And
Right.
I'm like, well, I'm not going to do this because I'm afraid it's just all going to leak out, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be calling you tomorrow and say, hey, well, I want my $20 back,
Right, right.
And so, yeah, I looked up a brewer supply place and went there. And yeah, I think that's probably my new CO2 joint from now on,
Right on, right
Yeah.
on. Go get you some CO2 and a pint, why not?
Yeah. Well, yeah, unfortunately they didn't have any actual beer there, just all the stuff to make it.
I'd be looking for another place.
Yeah, no kidding. Where can I get
Where
a
can I
drink
get CO2 and beer?
Yeah. Well, hopefully, they that thing's not going to leak anymore, and I'm not going to have to worry about it for a long time.
Right.
I
Yeah, 'cause one
imagine
of those should last you for, like, a year at least, right? Or
Yeah,
2.
that's what I was telling my wife. It should last me for like a year at least. And then
Yeah.
when I was hooking it back up, I figured out what was going on. And because I've got a what do you call it? Those check valves in there to make sure, like, when the CO2 goes off, it doesn't all go back into my regulator.
Right.
And that thing, because I had the tank moved, that check valve was sitting inside the tank, and then I heard it like bubbling on the top of the water, and so that connection there was bad.
Gotcha.
So then I had to switch it out several times, and finally got one that
got
worked.
it. Good.
I need like a higher quality check valve so that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I mean you won't really want to gas up the house either.
No, and
That
that's
could be
what
bad.
apparently I had been doing, because that was going on. So let's see if I can say this right. Mystery Snail Guardians is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another kind of aquatic morning show thing you guys had going on the other day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Her cohort or partner.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Grant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
was interesting.
He's the owner of Crayfish Empire.
Yep.
Okay. He makes some really, and I have to say, I've just been like super excited every time I get a shipment from them, to feed and even my plecos love that stuff, man.
So, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
I can't not, if they like it that much, you gotta feed it to them.
Yep.
As long as it's
I have some Mecha Splendens. They're these little goodioids from Mexico, and they're basically vegetarians. I bet they dig on that stuff.
Oh, they would dig that a lot. I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yep. Sandy Dowdy made it in too. I saw a bunch of people in here, and then I figured out that Dan's fish ended a little quicker. I was playing with electronics, so I didn't get to check in with Dan's fish at all. I think I said hi to Skipper S. Hello, my friend. Yeah. Whoa. Then it jumps. I'm not so good. I don't know how you guys do it, man. I'm not so good at. Oh, Geek Boy's in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, jump forever.
Maria
503, Terry's Tropical Tanks, Kevin, Peplin Creek, Maria Z. Tons of folks.
Gangs all here.
Greater Portland Aquarium Society. This is the big week, my friend. Fishtoberfest.
It is. It's huge.
Yeah.
I talk to Kenny every once in a while, and you guys would not believe the work that man has put into putting that together. I mean, a lot. So if you guys get a chance to get up there, man, make sure you tell him how good of a job he did, and let him know you appreciate him, because that guy did. I mean, I couldn't believe it. He did a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's been a lot of people put a lot of energy into Fishtoberfest, including myself, but certainly nobody, it doesn't even come close to, what Kenny's done to get that thing going. And, that was a big part of, him becoming president of our club. And, we wanted to make a splash and have an event and do something to, gain more members.
Sure.
And, I don't know. It's just going to be a blast too. So I'm really excited just to go to the thing, not to mention all the other little benefits we get from it.
Sure. Well, you said he's going to make a splash. I think as much work as that man's done, I'm thinking more like you guys got to have a tidal wave. Trust me. It's not going to be a splash. It's going to be a tidal wave.
I mean, that's how Kenny does it. He's kind of one of those all-out kind of guys, I think.
Yeah, you'd think he was from Texas. Go big or go home. But
Yep, indeed. So Jess is here. Main's Tail, Furs, and Fins. I did it. I threw it. I threw an S on the fur, but otherwise I put them in the right order. Mm-hmm.
Right. So make sure you guys check out tomorrow's stream too, because tomorrow's stream is going to be another real good one. Yeah,
the Aquatic Morning Show as well. Or you're a streaming fool. You got to be more specific, Rocko. You know what? You're usually Wednesday is kind of your day off, but you guys had Zenzo, and then tonight you're on here, and then tomorrow another big aquatic morning show, and
it's gonna be a good one.
And then rocking the coast, man.
Yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be a good day. We got on the Aquatic Morning Show, we're gonna have Bob Steamfot, which is gonna be great. Always wanted to talk to him.
That's right. You mentioned that today when I was driving around.
It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be good. So make sure you all tune your little computers into the Aquatic Morning Show tomorrow and check it out. It's going to be a great stream.
Yeah, I like Bob Steamfot.
There he is, the one and only Kenny.
Nice. Hello, Stephen. Captain Savage Aquatics. I'm not familiar with Captain Savage, but welcome.
Absolutely. Good to see you. Ain't that funny how we were just talking about Kenny and all of a sudden, poop, there he is.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if I can do this here.
It was all good, I promise.
Oh man, I gotta go YouTube and just take care of something here.
Steven says, yeah, CO2 is awesome until you have to refill the cylinder. It don't bother me so much because my dad was a welder, so when I was a kid, I was putting that thing and spinning it around the garage floor. 14 years old. My dad, then your dad gives you that terrifying comment. If that thing falls over and you knock that top off, it's going to shoot out of here like a dang torpedo.
my previous career, I would go to a welding shop and buy some supplies and stuff.
Mhm.
And I was there one time, and they had a sign there that said, don't leave compressed gas tanks in your car. And it was this like Toyota 4Runner, and the thing was just like unfolded. It was just it totally
Wow,
exploded and ripped the whole car apart. It was
that's
crazy.
crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy. That is
yeah.
insane. I know when I was another army story, but when I was stationed in Germany, um, one of the tanks like that had fallen over, and when it fell, it hit the wall, and they didn't have the protector on top, and it straight across the motor pool,
Yeah.
right under a
Wow.
Humvee, hit
Oh
the
wow.
parking block and shot up in the air and went over and landed in the motor pool.
Ooh. I
Yeah.
bet somebody was in trouble, huh?
Oh, somebody got in trouble.
Yep. Yep. That reminds me. I think like remember that MythBusters show?
Yeah.
I think they did something with that, and they'd shoot like compressed gas tanks and stuff like through several like cinder block type walls and stuff. Yeah, crazy.
Jess, I wish I could come up with a wake-up call for everyone that wanted it, but I don't know what I would do to add something else to my plate in a day. I think you're busy enough as it is, girl.
Who is that? Jess?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that poor girl, I mean, she's, trying to line stuff up for her shows, getting sponsor stuff squared away. Then she's got her landscaping business on top of that. So, I mean, it's like she's got hands going everywhere all day long. So,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
gotta say, I appreciate her just, having me on the show with her. I think it's awesome. It's a good time.
Yeah, she I think you guys do those for the giveaway and the keychain, the little
Yeah.
shorts and stuff, and she's
Uh-huh.
been using some other videos recently, and there was one the other day, and I went in there and typed whatever, I love the aquatic morning show or whatever, and
Sure.
gave it a
Sure.
like and stuff. But I watched the whole video too, and yeah, it was like some outside tubs, and I could see
Right.
kind of her yard area a little bit. And yeah, it looked
Mhm.
very nice. I dug it. I mean,
Right
I'm
on.
into the plants.
Oh, I dig plants too, man. Can't get enough.
Mhm.
Can't get enough. And then I get a bunch and I'm like, okay, now where am I gonna put them all?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, wait, I got the
Indeed.
school fish tank. Yeah, let me go put some over there. And the kids
Yeah,
got one
so
in
I
the room.
wanted to
Put some
ask
over
you
there.
about that, the school tank. I mean, this
Yeah.
is something that you're nice enough to take on, and yeah, I
No,
mean, you
it
organize all this stuff,
so far
and
it's
just
going real well.
okay. Yeah, I mean,
But
how's it going? The what
well,
kind of
the pla
stage are you at? What have you
the
done?
the the plants are it's all planted up. It's planted up. As a matter of fact, when, I got a few more because I had tried to catch all those guppy fry, and it was just like, "Oh my god." Okay, you
Yeah.
got about 100 here right now. These are good for right now, and give me a couple days, and we'll go put the rest in there.
Wow.
But, we got some, super red plecos in there. I put, I put a longfin albino pleco in there,
Oh,
and
nice.
we got a bunch of guppies, and, the snails are gonna go in this week. I didn't wanna put everything in there at once and then have this big shock bio load thing going on, and then have it just go cattywampus on us, you know what I mean? I didn't wanna take any chances because
Yeah.
every time I've been in there and the kids are there, they couldn't even be nowhere near the classroom, but they see me start walking up the sidewalk and woof, they're right there. "Are we gonna go see
Okay.
the fish? Are we gonna go check out the fish? I love the fish," so they're super excited, and the 18th, is when they're actually gonna have their first club meeting, so it's gonna be exciting, it's
Right.
gonna be really a good time. The
Yeah.
plants are looking, oh my god, magnificent, just beautiful, just beautiful. I know I had
Nice.
got some plants from you,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
got some plants from Skull Aquatics,
Oh, cool.
I got some plants from Dustin, who
Wow.
else did I get some plants?
I think
Stephen P sent me some
Stevenson.
plants,
Yeah,
yeah, Steven
Steven
sent me
sent you
some
some
plants,
plants. Hmm.
and man, it just I really thought to myself, "How am I gonna get all of these plants in this tank?" It's a 40 breeder, and I've got a boatload of plants. I did it.
Yeah.
It doesn't look crowded, it doesn't look really bad. A lot of places for well, I got some cherry shrimp in there too, so it's got a little bit of cherry shrimp swimming
Oh,
around.
awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, the fry have a nice place to hide if they need to hide, and I took some Mapani wood out of some of my angelfish tank and threw that in there. Um, I think the what we're gonna try and do next is we're gonna try to uh, put a nice canister filter in there. You know, get
Okay.
either that or I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but do a sump, but without drilling the tank. I mean, I know there's a way to do it, but
Yeah.
is it gonna
Yeah.
be
There
aesthetic?
is.
That's what I'm. Is it gonna be aesthetically pleasing or is it gonna be kind of so?
So right now you go on sponge filter
Oh yeah,
or
we got a sponge filter and
filterless.
we got a sponge filter in there. We got one from the co-op, and
Okay.
we also got a Marine Land Penguin 200 in there. Or is it 2000? 200, 2000, whatever it is. But
Yeah. Two
and it
million
seems to be doing
maybe.
really good. Yes, the bio wheel, it seems to be doing really, really well. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
yeah.
The bio wheel.
So I mean, so as
Hmm.
far as the tank goes, it's doing great. The kids are so stoked. And don't worry, guys, the letters are coming because I think that's going to be one of the first few things that she has the kids do is write a big thank you letter to everybody and
Oh, okay. Yeah,
stuff
I
like
don't know. I
that.
kind of forgot about the letter. I'm not
No,
in it
man,
for the
that's
letters, but
important. That's important to me. I mean, it just so the kids can show their appreciation too. So it's it's good. It's a good for me. I think it's going to be a good learning tool for the kids too. To
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That
you
just
know
a good lesson there. That somebody gives
absolutely
you something or does something
show
for
them some
you.
appreciation. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Show your appreciation and not much better ways to do it than writing a letter. For sure.
Absolutely, especially
Hmm.
for a kid. And I mean, these are all kindergarten through fifth grade.
Yep.
And from what I'm understanding, as a matter of fact, she just came home and told me yesterday that there's so many kids that want to get involved in this that they're only going to be able to do them a quarter of the kids at a time. So each quarter it'll be a new group of kids every quarter. So there's so many kids that want to get involved. So I'm just like, I mean, I wish you could see it. The hair on my arms are sticking up. I got goosebumps.
Yeah. Some
It excites
goosebumps.
me. It excites
Nice.
me 'cause I
Yeah.
really believe that the survival of our hobby, that we all love this hobby so much,
Hmm.
the survival of that is going to be these kids.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And
And
that's
if we
what
don't get in there
I
and teach
mean.
them now, they're just going to be, oh, here's a little glass jug. Let's put a beta in there and it's good.
Yeah.
No, no, you don't want to do that. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and then you got to break it down and explain it to them. And then explain them to you. You just can't throw water in a tank and put plants and rocks in it and put fish in there and think it's going to live. You got to teach them how to do everything. And
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
it's going to be a really good. I think it's going to be a really good environment for them to learn as well. Because I mean, my girlfriend is probably one of the best teachers. Like I said, I sat here. I told you earlier that I sat here, well, on that side of the room all of last year, uh,
Hmm.
and watched her teach, and just how these
Oh,
kids and little kids on up were just like, oh, just
nice.
mesmerized by how awesome of a
Nice.
teacher she is. And
Yeah, I mean, when I was in school, that always made the biggest difference.
yeah,
Who your
yeah,
teacher was. Oh, I
exactly.
hate English class, and then next year, you get a new English teacher, and you're like, I love English class.
Yeah, exactly, exactly,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I believe that
Oh,
it's gonna be a
Terry's
great
in
learning
trouble.
experience.
Look at this. Shanna's not giving him hearts no more, man. I would be scared, Terry. You
Yeah,
gotta run for the hills.
at least it's not daggers.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think the aquarium's gonna go real well for the kids, and like I said, I'll keep you guys updated on that stuff too. And
Hmm.
if you guys have any questions, my email. It's valhallafishroom@gmail.com. If you got a question or if you want to see pictures or whatever have you, just shoot me an email anytime.
Yeah, I like what you said there about, what's going to keep this hobby going, because I don't know, I've been doing this for a long time, but
Hmm.
like a whole big chunk of the first, I don't know, 10, 15 years,
Uh-huh.
where it was a struggle
It
to
was
learn
trial and
this.
error, man. Trial
Yeah,
and
I
error.
mean, I
Nobody was there to
basically
show you.
I had books I could find
Uh-huh.
or, talking to people at the pet store, and that's about it, back
Right.
in those days.
Right.
You know,
And
that's
and
all
and
we
and,
had.
and I'm not
So
saying anything bad about the pet stores, but not every time you talk to somebody at a pet store do they really know what they're talking about.
yeah, I mean,
'Cause
you
I've
got to
ran
be
into
careful
that.
with your
I've ran into that.
information everywhere. Especially the internet too.
Sure. Sure.
But uh,
I'm
but the
not saying
more
I'm a
information you
professional,
could
but
take in, the more you can kind of decide for yourself that okay, that has some logic, that makes sense
right,
to
right.
me. I'm gonna try that or whatever. Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah. And that's a big thing that Ken and I and some of our other board members are trying to do at the Greater Portland Aquarium Society. Because when I first started coming there, I'm a 40-something-year-old dude, and I was like one of the youngest people in the club there that was
Proves
attending
my
at
point.
least. Yep, yep,
Proves
yep.
my point.
And the our efforts and Daniken Aquatics and what they do and stuff, and their popularity has already brought some younger folks in there.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's our goal as well. So
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to help out with those plants, because I just
Well,
totally agree with you that
it was
we got
amazing,
to pass this
amazing.
stuff on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it was
Mhm.
it, it- and it like I said, it was when I opened up the package you sent, I was like, baby, look. I couldn't believe it. Like it's like, can we fit all these in there?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
incredible, man. Thank you so
yeah.
much.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, no, it's just a few trimmings around here and there,
You
and yeah,
call it what you want. I thought it was awesome. And
yeah.
I
I
thank you so
feel
much.
I feel a little under pressure right now because I mean it's a good thing, but I want to take a whole ton of plants to Fishtoberfest,
Oh, way
and
cool.
so
Way
yeah,
cool.
I'll be over the next couple of days as we get closer at least.
Right on, right on.
Plants can hang out in a bag pretty well for the most part.
Yeah.
And
Day or
yeah,
two,
I'll
no
be
easy, no
bagging up
problem.
a whole
Too
bunch
easy.
of plants and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you'll do well with that. Because I know the
Yeah, I
quality
mean,
of plants that I got. Oh, you should do amazing.
yeah, I was thinking about, I mean, usually when I've brought plants to the club and stuff, we have an auction. And so, they go for whatever they go for. And, you bring some plants or some fish or some shrimp or something. And yeah, I don't know, it just runs through my brain. Like, I wonder what this is going to go for. But here,
Sure.
this is kind of our first fish swap. And,
Sure.
so you're setting prices here, so yeah, I'm
Right.
kind of thinking about how I'm going to do those prices. But
Right.
I think I really want to kind of price them more like what they're worth to me, so there might be some stuff that I have quite a bit of that's sometimes a
Sure.
higher price thing that it's going to be a bargain, but there might be
Right.
some stuff I bring that I don't have that much of. So if nobody
Right.
buys it, then I'm happy to come home
Take
and
it
plant it
home.
again. Yep. Yep. So yeah, I
Right
think
on.
that's
Right
kind
on.
of what I was gonna go with, unless yeah.
I got a question for you then. As far as
Mhm.
your plants go, do you plant them straight into the substrate or do you put them in net cups and the rock wool, or how do you do your plants?
Yeah, so it really depends. The net cups with the rock wool, those are kind of made to be grown immersed. And so they,
Uh-huh.
put those in plant farms in these big trays. They put, thousands of them there, and then they run kind of nutrient rich water through there. And then they
Right.
let them take advantage of the CO2 in the air and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
If
Okay.
I get one of those, I bring it home and, you know, whenever like I'll leave a plant in a bag for a few hours, maybe even
Uh-huh.
overnight and plant it to the next day. But first thing I do is I take apart all of that stuff usually. Sometimes I pull it out of the bag and chuck it in the aquarium, I
Right.
guess. But I don't know. The one thing I always do, which I didn't mention there, is I always rinse pretty much everything I get
Everything.
off pretty well, before I put it in a tank, including, my hands and
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, and especially, foreign stuff like that. And for the most part, I don't really quarantine plants, so I think that gives me a little extra assurance. But yeah, first thing I do usually is cut that net pot up or pull it off if the roots aren't growing through it, and then get rid of as much as that rock wool as I can as
That
far as
stuff's a
that stuff
pain too,
goes.
man. God, I hate that stuff.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten pretty good at it because I've done enough of them. But if you kind of grab the stems of the plant and then peel the rock wool down away from the roots and stuff, and then just kind of go around it, then it goes pretty good. And then just kind of rinse off the roots and give them a little scrub with your finger as you're doing so, and then turn the plant over a few times and just kind of rinse it off in some, tank temperature water or less. Stem plants, you'll get the little bunch of stem plants. A lot of times at the stores they come with I don't know if I have any right here, but they come with the little plant weights.
Yeah.
And so
as a matter of fact, I just had one. I was playing with it earlier. I was putting it in my fingers.
Yep. And so a lot of times those, I'll toss into the tank and then just let them sit there at the bottom without, after I've rinsed them off and everything once again, but without planting them. I've done that a few times because I've heard that kind of, I don't know, thing to kind of acclimate them and let their roots grow and reach for the soil and the nutrients in the soil and stuff like that. So sometimes I've done it like that, or sometimes, I peel that all apart and get them all individual and then, go and plant them all. I guess that's it for the most part. There's different.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I use a lot of those net pots and I'll keep them when I repurpose them because I'll take those net pots and I'll put what do you call it? The planted pothos. I'll put pothos in there with some what do you call it? That lava, the round little lava balls. I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But I'll put it there and I'll hang those in around my plants or my tanks for my pothos plants. But I also use them with rock wool to start pepper seedlings.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that, especially when we got into the plants thing. I'm usually talking about aquarium plants, but I knew that you're into the peppers as well, and these are like generally, they're hot peppers.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I'm thinking about it, going whoo. But nice. No, I know I gotta send some to Danny Weshy, and I gotta send some to Jason, Degenerate Fish Keeper, and I gotta send some to Swiss Aquatics. I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Yeah, Priscilla.
I gotta send some to those. So don't think I forgot you. I have you squared away already. I just
So you harvest the peppers and then you cut them open, scrape out the seeds, and then just get them.
Yeah. A lot of times
I'll dry out basically and bag them up.
Yeah. A lot of times I'll do that, or I'll just take. A lot of times I just dehydrate them.
I'll just cut
them in half, and just stick them in a dehydrator, and let them dehydrate. And then if I want to, make them into something, they're great for like. I'm a pizza guy. I'm Italian. I love pizza. Nice. So.
Everybody loves pizza.
There's certain peppers that I like with certain pizza. It sounds funny, but it's true. If you ever get a chance, and I know I got some set up for Jason too, but they're called Da Bomb Orange. Probably my most favorite pepper to eat on pizza. Next to
Da Bomb Orange, huh?
Yeah, they're called Da Bomb Orange, and they are smoking hot, man.
Wow.
Whew. Yeah, I mean they'll light you up. But my favorite all-time pepper is the 7-pot Primo. I've actually got to know Troy Primo really well. He's the guy.
Yeah, I heard you mention that before, and that's that dude's pretty famous, for that pepper.
Yeah. I mean, we chat back and forth, on the phones, and hey, what's going on?
Nice.
I'm just picking peppers, whatever. But he's a super nice guy. He's a musician. God, he's actually recorded some CDs, some music with some big name bands,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. So I mean, if you guys want some really good hot sauce, check him out. It's at Primo's Peppers.
And he makes his own.
Oh yeah, it's his own business.
Well?
Yeah,
okay.
It's his own
he
business.
developed that pepper, right? It's some sort of hybrid, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's got. Oh geez, what has it got in there? It's got. got a ghost pepper in there, and it's got a Moruga scorpion in there. And the other stuff, I have no clue.
Yeah,
That's a
but
trade secret, and it won't be found.
those two, it's super hot
It's hot.
already.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hot. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
the Moruga scorpion, God, if I'm not mistaken, it's pushing a million or a little over a million Scoville units.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and just a jalapeno that you get from the grocery store, that's anywhere from 3 to, if you get a really good hot jalapeno, it might be like 8,000 Scoville units.
Right. Yeah.
These peppers are the primo peppers are 1.2 million Scoville units. That's almost as hot as the
It's
Carolina
ridiculous.
Reaper.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
hot. It's hot.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I don't
I've
know a
made,
whole lot about, peppers themselves, but I do enjoy some hot sauces.
oh,
Yeah,
give me your
Danny
address. I
Leshy
can
was
hook you up.
on here. We were talking about hot sauces a little bit, but
Okay. Yeah, you have to
yeah.
send me your address again, because I know I got it somewhere, but email it to me so I know for sure I got it, and then I'll get Troy to send you some, because he makes
Oh
it.
yeah.
If you like verde sauce, do you like a green verde?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Amazing. It won 2016 Golden Chili Award.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay. Yeah,
good.
because
It's
for
good.
that, I have a hot sauce for that. I like the El Yucateca green hot sauce. I don't know if you
Okay.
ever tried that,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, yeah. Be interested in
Absolutely. I'll
trying
hook you up,
his
man.
as well.
I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up. I'll have Troy
Oh
send you
man,
some.
yeah. I don't know that it's not necessary. I can always buy some hot sauce too. I do anyways.
Oh, but you won't buy this hot sauce unless you go to his website. It's good.
Yeah,
On me,
yeah.
man. Let me do it for you. For the plants, let me do it.
Cool. Oh, so it looks like maybe Mystery Snail Guardians is considering going to Fishtoberfest. I don't know. Kevin's trying to talk her into it or something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not very good at doing the chat and stuff. Every time that I finish one of these streams, I'm like, oh, I think I forgot to say hi to Kevin or something, or
Right.
somebody.
Right. I know. I get
Shanna
worried about
or-
that too.
Yeah. Yep.
Just make it easy. Hi, everybody.
Yep. Hi, everybody. There we go. It's covered.
Done.
It's covered. So yeah, back to the Greater Austin Aquarium Society or whatever, the gas, right?
Right.
Are you a member of that club or considering it? I know
No,
you're not right there, but you're a little ways away, right?
Yeah, I'm like roughly an hour and some change, away.
Mhm. Yeah.
My girl has an aunt that lives up there, and we love to go see her all the time. So I was like, could I finagle it?
Mhm.
Maybe I could
Yeah.
get over there sometime.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
A place to crash,
yeah,
make a
from
day
what
out of it.
sure, exactly.
Mhm.
And from what I understand, I went on their Facebook page and I was talking to some of the different members in the club, and seems like a pretty down to earth group of folks. They're not the typical club. They're not like a bunch of people my age. Their
Yeah.
majority of them are a little younger. I mean, I'm 51 years
Okay.
old. I'm an old
Okay.
crusty guy. So.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a club that's just south of us, the Willamette Valley Aquarium Society, and I'm a member there as well. But I've only
Oh,
been
cool.
to one membership because it's like, or one meeting because it's like at least a 2-hour drive each way.
Oh,
Maybe even
wow,
longer
yeah.
for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, I'm finding out now, and I lived in San Antonio for what 9-10 years. I lived in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I had no clue they had an aquarium club there. Not a clue. I
Right.
even asked, no, I don't know anything about no aquarium clubs. So then I start talking to her, and she's like, oh yeah, there's a few different clubs. You ought to give them a call. I was like, well, give me the address or phone number or message or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd love to find out if I got it, because San Antonio is just 25-30 minutes away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be awesome.
Yep. Go Spurs,
Yeah.
go.
Right on, baby.
I've been a Spurs fan for a long time, since
Oh, way cool.
1989, I think, when
wow.
David Robinson came into the league
Admiral.
from the Navy and stuff like that.
Yeah. I've actually
Sean
been to his house.
Elliott and Larry Brown, and yeah.
Yep. He's got a house. There's a community. Shoot, it's probably going all through all the roads to get to it. It's probably almost an hour from me.
Yeah.
But a big gated community, and I mean, in the house, George Strait lives in there. I'll just tell you that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. He lives way up on the hill. That big house up on top of the hill. That's George Strait's house.
Dude, I've been to San Antonio to see some Spurs games and stuff, and George Strait is a god there. You know,
oh yeah,
so that makes perfect sense. Yeah,
right on. But they got a street in that subdivision. I guess you call it a subdivision or community, but it's Admiral Way.
Oh,
from
nice.
David Robinson. And David Robinson lived at 1 Admiral Way.
Oh, that's
and I delivered I used to work for a fitness company when I first came to San Antonio. I used to work for a fitness company. I did all their like maintenance at like Gold's Gym and Anytime Fitness and all these different CrossFit places. And if they had any kind of like bikes, treadmills, anything like that, I went in there and did the diagnostics on them, checked electronics, and fixed whatever. Well, somebody after I didn't get to meet David Robinson, unfortunately, but he had moved out. He sold the place, and somebody bought it with a lot of money. Bought the place.
Oh, yeah.
It has 2 gyms in this house. 2
gyms.
One in the house, and one that's like you go out and you walk down the little sidewalk on the side by the pool and all that, in the pool house, and and there's a nice gym back there, and we had to put all new gym equipment in there. I was like, man, I'm walking where David Robinson was at, man. This is cool.
Yeah.
But
that's cool. Very cool. Yeah. I mean, not only was he an amazing basketball player, but just a great human being too.
Oh yeah, he did so much for the kids in the area too. When he was here in San Antonio, he did
Carver
so
Academy
much.
and stuff.
Yeah,
definitely.
Tons. Definitely. And now Shaq's doing it because Shaq's from this area.
Yeah, he went to high school in San Antonio.
That's right. Mm-hmm. So Shaq does a lot of stuff in this area too.
Hey, Anthony. Oh, Jimmy P too.
Right on.
Better late than never. Yeah, we're doing good, Jimmy P.
I'm doing great, man. Good to see you. Mm-hmm. I'm doing better now that Jimmy's here. I'm good.
Yes, it's a kind of a load off. I was like, oh my God, Jimmy.
Good to see you, buddy.
Did you see he's starting to do a little streaming himself?
No, proud of him, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I need to put out more videos, and everybody tells me, Rocko, get the head out of your third point of contact and make some videos. And I've got so much, and man, I tell you, man, there's just so much behind the scenes y'all don't know, man. But I've been busy, extremely busy.
Nice.
And and somebody said something to me earlier today, and they said, well, how do you expect to get viewers if you don't make videos? You can't just live stream everything.
Yeah.
You make some videos, give them some content. And I was like, well, you know what? You're right. I owe that to them. So
yeah.
I
feel that too. I think this is week number 9 here on streaming for me. And I kind of got wrapped up in this and then and put a little on the back burner there as far as some new videos. I did one for Alex's with the secret history with his aquascaping contest, and then I've shot some others and stuff, but need to get them kind of edited and out there. But cool. I'm feeling the same way. That you gotta stick to the roots too.
Yeah. And the bad thing about it is, sometimes life just gets overwhelming, and you just gotta prioritize. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I really want to do this, but I have to do this. So, it happens. But it's coming around full circle, and it's starting to come, hopefully getting better. Hopefully, so I can get my surgery done, and life will be so much better.
This is for me, or did you do a dog video?
You did a dog video? I didn't do a dog video.
I did a little short of like my my dog. She goes crazy when she's at the sprinkler and stuff, or with the hose, any sort of water. She just goes
What
crazy.
kind of dog is it?
chomp, 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 like right at the. You could be spraying it full force in her face, and then she's just biting at it and stuff.
What kind of dog is it?
She is a black lab and
I knew it.
Walker Tree Hound mix.
Yeah, I used to have both of those dogs. I used to competition coon hunt.
There you go.
When I was in high school, and shortly after high school, before I joined the Army, I had Walker dogs. That's what I had treeing walkers.
Yeah, see, most people don't know what tree walker is, and they're like, do they walk up trees? But no, Walker was the guy that like developed that breed, correct?
Right. They're like a big beagle.
Okay.
And they bark and bay like a beagle. And they all have their.
They're didn't get any of that, fortunately. I guess she kind of talks at me sometimes. She makes some weird noises, but I don't know. She's a dog.
Right. 13 of them. Try 13 of them and see how you like it. When they're right outside your bedroom window at night, and I lived out in the country, when I was growing up. So I had 13 dogs out there. Plus I had my lab that I duck hunted with. So I had 14 dogs out there, hunting dogs, and a cat could walk by. Then the neighbors are knocking on, shut the dang dog. And that didn't end well.
Yeah, I bet not. Yeah, I always explain to people when I explain her name's Stormy, that she looks like a really tall black lab, basically.
I gotcha.
She's like a black lab with extra long legs,
Got them walker legs, man. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man.
Yep.
I miss my dogs, man. I miss them.
Yeah. You have any? You have a cat at least or something, don't you? You have a cat.
I have a cat. I have a cat. Yeah, okay. we adopted a cat. Went into the fish store, and
oh really?
Yeah, we went. Yeah, I went in there to look for. I was actually looking for pea puffers that day, and they didn't have any pea puffers. So I'm like, oh, bummed out, But Polly's Pets is a store in San Antonio, and they got a really nice little setup in there. I mean, it's they got birds galore. I mean, from parakeets to finches to canaries to macaws to African grays to and they got this big area inside, and all you see is these birds that are, this big. Yeah. You're like, where the hell did you get that?
Yeah, no doubt.
But I mean, it's like these should be in a zoo, and I mean, people have these as pets. I'm like, oh, that's really cool,
Mm-hmm.
But then they got their little reptile area, like a big cage or a cave, I should say. It looks like a big cave you walk into, and they got all these really cool, reptiles and snakes and lizards and turtles, and they actually have one that walks around in the store. It's a real big store.
Yeah.
But, then they got they even sell ducks, man.
Oh, really?
Baby ducks and chickens and bunny rabbits, everything. But I went in there to get pea puffers. I was out just running around San Antonio that day with the girl and the kids and everything. And, the kids are all excited. Oh, bunnies, and then my girl comes up. She said, "Do you see the cats in the back?" She's like, she shakes my hand. She's like, "Come on, look at these." And I was like, "Oh crap, here we go." Right? Because she knows I got a heart big as Texas, and if I see something cute, I'm like, okay. And we did. We came home with a little black fuzzy kitty, and she was there. It was so small, I should say. It was so small. It was just a little black fur ball, and you kind of try to. What is that? I can't. Okay, I guess you're gonna be Sophie today,
Yeah.
And the cat was Sophie for a while, and then all of a sudden one day the cat jumped up on my lap. I'm petting him, and he kicks up his leg, and I'm like, "Oh, you're not a Sophie anymore, are you?"
Oh my god!
So he turned into a Gunner instead.
Gunner, okay.
So that's how we got our cat, and then I have a Chiweenie actually. Long story short,
dachshund mix.
Yeah, Chihuahua dachshund mix, miniature dachshund mix, right? So, long story short, back in 1969 December, I was born, and 9 months later, I was adopted. Okay. So, fast forward to 2016, about 2 months after I totaled my Harley and died twice and all that good stuff.
Wow.
I'm at home in my apartment, and I'm just starting a great relationship with my girl, and I'm home alone all day because she's teaching, so I'm home alone, laid up in bed, can't walk, didn't walk for 2.5 years. And I'm really lonely, and I'm like flipping through Facebook. Somebody's got to have a dog for sale or something,
No kidding. Yeah.
And I found this little dog. Nobody wanted him. The lady didn't even want to sell him. You just come and get him. And I was like, well, okay, well, what do you want for him? And she says, well, just pay for the dog food. I'm like, bet. So,
Wow.
yeah, we got him, and
he was a runt or something like that.
Yeah,
or?
he was the runt. He was the runt,
Yeah.
and the cat's not even a year old yet, and the cat's already bigger than he is. But he's never left my side, and nobody wanted him, and I was like, you know what? I know how you feel, little buddy. So I scooped him up, and now everybody loves him.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my wife and my son, they really wanted to get a dog, and then I held off for so long. I'm like, I'm fine with just fish. I'll just do fish, shrimp, snails.
There you go.
How about that stuff? We want something we could pet, though. I'm like, you can pet.
We'll get a flower horn and pet his hump. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Go pet the fajaka, but be careful.
Dad, look.
Yeah, no good. So I caved, and
right. That's the best thing you ever did.
Stormy. She's a great dog, and we got very lucky. Yeah.
Way cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So let's see here. I kind of made like a little list of stuff to talk to you about. I think we nailed most of it, but I was going to look over.
Can you give me 1 second real quick?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Give me 1 second.
I'll look over my list, and you can do whatever you're doing. How's everybody in chat land viewership doing tonight? Do I get more? So what was I gonna talk to Rocko about? I think we got most of it. That. So I got a couple of things in mind.
Cool, let's have them.
Right on.
Sorry about that, man.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. It gave me time to reorganize there. You know?
I do apologize. That's rude of me, but I couldn't. I had to.
I'm not so worried about it. I'm not so worried about it. I think it's awesome that you came on here, period. I'm always, since I started doing this.
When I flipped through my email, I was like, oh, wow, what's Ryan got going on? And I was like, really? Sweet. Yeah, hell yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's always a good time.
That shouldn't even have been a question.
So I wanted to bring up the little video that you and Rico and Jess did for the Christmas stuff.
Right on.
Rico's doing it. That looked like you guys had a blast making that.
It was fun.
Yeah. So I wanted to know, was it just like one take, or did you?
That was one take, man. That was one take and nailed it. Yeah,
you guys are professionals.
Well, yeah, I just stood there and I looked silly, so I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah,
but no, that's a really good thing that they're doing, and Rico, I know, has got a bunch of people. Like wholesalers and different stores and things like that are donating a bunch of stuff. Jess has got the Secret Santa thing going on, and it's
a whole bunch of the awesome. Fish fam just donated a whole bunch of money just to start off with it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really good time.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of one of the things that got me streaming. That I wanted to be a part of that, and so I'm like, okay, I was already thinking about it, but there was a few things that kind of got me over the hump from just making videos and stuff.
Well, I'm glad you did, man.
So that was one of the things. Shanna's got a question for me. Of course, I should probably have thought of an answer before I put it up there. What am I most looking forward to at Fishtoberfest? I think I'm good. Watching that like Keystone Clash thing and stuff, it was kind of, I was jealous that they get to meet some of the people that I don't get to meet and stuff. So,
I
maybe
know.
that's one of the things is, just meeting some people that I haven't met already. I mean, I know
Right.
Shanna and Bateson and Kenny and Danny
Right
and
on.
a
Right
bunch of
on.
people already, but yeah, there's gonna be a few more there I think that show up, and so yeah, I mean we're talking. Kevin was trying to talk. Well, Kevin's a good example. I mean I know Kevin, but I've never met him in person. And he's trying to talk. Mystery Snail Guardians into coming, and yeah, I'd love to meet her as well. And so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the fantastic speakers that we're having. I mean that as a
I
plant
would be too.
nerd, that's it's kind of some dream stuff there between Jason and Lucas and Alex and I mean
I'm jealous. Just sitting here
even
thinking
the
about
other guys, Dan's Fish and Lawrence Kent and stuff. I mean they're more on the fish side, but I mean those are some people that are just yeah have had some amazing
it. Yeah.
experiences, and some people think that most of them are YouTubers and stuff, but a lot of those people are scientists as well, in
Sure.
addition to
Sure.
that. So there's that, and yeah, I don't know. I talked about selling my plants earlier. I'm interested to see how many I bring back home and plant
I
again, or
hope
if
you
I
don't bring
sell
any home.
everything out, or I want to see all of that. I want to see a whole bunch of people sign up for Guppus and Greater Portland Aquarium Society for anyone that doesn't know what Guppus is. So yeah,
Right.
yeah, lots of things. When I
Yeah.
was looking through, sorry, you're gonna say, were you saying something?
I was gonna say Ian buy the Oscar. That's it.
Is he considering one?
Oh, it's a kind of a running joke. He had done a stream or
Okay.
not a stream, but a little video about it, and he's like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I can come home with him. I don't know. So every time I see him, I'm like, buy the Oscar.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned him during all of that, but yeah, I mean he's another guy that yeah, I've got to meet in person already and stuff. So yeah,
Right.
I like Ian a
Oh,
lot.
Kenny put a bunch of names up there too. Haley, Bentley, Candy, Kirk, Cichlus 23. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Shanna says, Rocko, what are you most looking forward to at Aquashella? Man,
Ooh, you get one too.
yeah.
Are you
I
going to
think,
Aquashella?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Um, actually, I think what I really want to get the most out of it is, well, for one, I want to, I want to meet Joe from Joe's Shrimp Shack because he made that all possible for us. So, I just, everything short of giving him a big man hug, but
Nothing wrong with that.
but
You give him a hug.
I just really want to meet everybody, pick their brains and learn. I want to learn a lot. I just want to
Mhm.
learn a lot from it all. Um, and I know there's going to be a lot of Texas fish tubers there, so I can't wait to see all you guys too. But it's just the opportunity to meet everybody and really just to learn. Really, I really want to learn more about the hobby. Because you can get so much from watching YouTube,
Yeah.
but when you're sitting there having a conversation with somebody one on one,
Hmm.
that just blows the
Hmm.
doors off of being on YouTube. I mean, let's just be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
So
Oh, for sure.
if I
For
can get
sure.
if I can get there and just a couple minutes, I'm not going to sit there and say I'm going to talk for hours with somebody, but just a couple minutes, and hey, have a good day. It was nice meeting you, yada yada yada. But that's I think what I think I'm really looking forward to the most is just meeting everybody um, and learning.
I think that's a great answer, and it's probably good advice. That maybe I'll keep that in mind, and
Yeah, I mean,
and
because I
yeah,
mean,
see if I can keep this closed a little bit and keep these open a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit more. Yeah.
a tentative ear is a horrible thing to waste. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So and people are going to ask you questions, and an instructful tongue and a attentive ear to the best things in the world, you know. So
Definitely. Ian, yeah, I did get a haircut, fresh cut here.
yeah,
Yeah.
I need one too.
Yeah, you got one too. Look at
I
that.
need one. I got a little fuzz going there.
And then yeah, I've been whittling down the beard until it's. But then I don't know. I got all scruffy too. I think that was
Yeah,
a
I got to trim mine
subject of
too.
conversation earlier. Uh,
Oh, I gotta tease you, man. If I didn't tease you, I wouldn't like you.
that'd be cool. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about that I saw on my little list there was
Okay.
you've created like 3 totally badass logos. I don't know if you're doing that yourself
No.
or you got somebody else doing it or what.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, I got on Fiverr, as a matter of fact. I think I
Okay.
mentioned that to a few different people.
Hmm.
Um, I you know what? Back in the day, before I moved to Texas, right after the army, um, I was well, actually, a little of the time I was in the
Steven
army.
had your answer there for you.
Was that?
It's not learning stuff. You're going to meet Steven.
That's it. That's it. Truth be known. Truth be known. That's it.
Sorry, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
need to get his autograph when I'm there. You know,
You better.
maybe he can burn me a CD with all his, you know, Fish songs on there and just sign it for me.
Yeah, look what
That
I
would
got
be
here.
awesome.
That is a Lucas Brett's color tropical granules.
Oh no, no. See, now I gotta get one too. I gotta get one.
Yeah.
No, I just totally forgot what I was talking about.
Yeah, I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. It couldn't have been too important because I don't remember it, or maybe it was really important and I'm just dumb. I don't know.
Jimmy wants to give you a hug.
Aww.
Yeah. Yeah. Hugs for the whole fish fam.
Mm.
I believe Bentley is going. Yeah, he had mentioned that, and I
Oh,
think
he is going.
yeah, I think even he was gonna maybe put something on his like to Fishtoberfest
Okay.
on his like community page about maybe getting together for dinner or something like
Oh
that.
wow, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That would be
so
cool.
I
That's
think it
another
was
one I'd
still up
like
in
to
the
meet.
air. I mean, Bentley's got to drive down here from the Seattle area. So
Oh yeah, that's a drive.
I met him like a few years ago. I don't even know if he would remember me or not. So that's kind of things I'm curious about
Sure,
Fishtoberfest.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm jealous, man, because that's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, and I've been in your spot so many times. These people go into these different events, and just over here on the West
Yeah.
Coast, we haven't had a whole lot. We had the Aquatic Gardeners Association like a couple years ago in Seattle, and I can't remember what was going on. One of my stepbrothers was graduating college or something like that, and yeah, I couldn't go to it, but.
Oh,
Yeah,
bummer.
so I'm just super stoked. Oh, and then Sacramento was supposed to have the ACA, in 2020, but that didn't happen
Yeah.
because virus
All
stuff.
there.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Oh, that wonderful topic.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope we're making progress and heading in the right direction. I think this has gone on longer than anyone wanted it to, and
Right.
yeah,
Well, I mean,
hopefully.
it's life, but we can't do anything about it except do the right thing, you know?
Yep.
Take care of
Indeed.
ourselves.
Indeed.
Oh, Kevin's got a question for you.
Yeah, what's this going on here? I'm guessing you're bringing some plants from your plant farm. How do you convert plants from high-tech tank to whatever tank you're going to put the plants in? So there's some of those plants that probably are going to require what you call high tech. I don't know how high tech that tank is. It doesn't even have a filter really for the most part, or not one that I run a lot, but it does have CO2 And so CO2 will allow, some plants that may struggle in an aquatic environment to grow, or some other plants that are fine for your normal non CO2 aquarium like this one here. And in those cases, so I would just hope to educate anyone who's buying from me which ones are which, a, and then if it's a plant that can grow well in CO2 and can also grow out of it, um, personally, I just take it out of the one tank with CO2 and throw it in the other one, basically. And that's
Right.
all there is to it. Of course, I have a bit of an advantage because I'm going kind of from my water to my water without CO2,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, anytime you get a new plant, and these plants that I'm bringing, have all been grown, in the water, submerged, not immersed growth that you often find at the stores and stuff like that. So, there's kind of a head start for a lot of people there. But also, when you put a new plant in, it's going to have to get used to that water if it's appropriate for that environment. And it might have some melting back or something, and you have to
Right.
tend to those things, and you have to clean up after it if it has any stuff that melts off. As long as you're getting new growth on it, then you're good, as long as you keep up on your maintenance, basically. Yep.
Right on. Right on. Oh, excuse me.
Well, I think we're a little over the hour here. I think
Oh, shoot.
that's
Okay.
probably about it. Unless I mean, I certainly give you an opportunity to add anything else on, or
Well, man, I was gonna say that for the end, but we already covered it. But don't forget about the Merry Fishmas things that we got going on with Rico and Jess. It's gonna be a really good time. And
yeah, I
it's gonna
didn't
give
talk about Jess's thing much. That's like a Secret Santa
yeah.
sort
Mhm.
of swap thing. Yeah,
Right,
whatever.
right.
Secret Santa. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And anytime you guys got any questions on that, she's got it all like on a cut sheet and everything. So if there's any questions or any, well, what about this or what about that? She can square you away, drop dead, just like that.
Yeah.
She gets squared away. But
Or
it's gonna
go
be a
watch
really
that
good day.
video. It's on all three of their
Yeah,
channels:
there you go. There
Rico's,
you go.
Rocco's. Go to Rocco's. It's
Right.
also on Justice, but go to Rocco's. He's my guest here tonight, so I'm gonna tell everyone to go over there. Go over there, hit that little bell thing, because he was talking about making more videos, right?
That's right. That's right.
You don't want to
Making
miss them.
more videos. Making more videos.
Yep.
Like and subscribe.
Yep.
And share.
There
But
you go.
yeah, I was gonna just mention that I think the Secret Santa and the Merry Fishmas thing is gonna be really good because there's some of us, fish keepers out there that that really love the hobby, but we can't do certain things, So this is going to be an opportunity for some of those people to possibly do the things that they wanted to do, they just couldn't, And I just it just the outpouring of love and support from the fish fam, different merchants doing things is just paramount awesome. I mean, it's like way up here on the stack of awesomeness. They're like on top,
Yeah. Yeah,
So
a
I mean,
couple of
it's really
times I've gone to Rico's spreadsheet and kind of done the math, with all the channels that have signed up and all the
uh-huh,
stuff that people have donated, the money and stuff.
uh-huh,
And I'm like, wow, if more channels don't,
yeah,
latch onto this thing and take advantage, then he's going to
absolutely,
be giving away like
absolutely,
over, well over $100 on Natural
easily,
Aquarium's Wednesday night live stream or whatever. So
right?
yeah, and so
Absolutely.
part of it's like selfish, like, oh yeah, that'd be nice. But the part of it's like, come on, people, like we gotta get more channels
Yeah,
going,
exactly,
and
exactly.
more chances to win,
Right.
within those
And a lot of
weeks.
times,
So
some folks, they might turn around and they might win something and or, whatever, get lucky enough to get one of the gifts or whatever. And if they got kids, they might just turn around and say, "Hey, kiddo, what do you think? You want one?
uh
Give it to your kids too,"
yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I plan on doing, no matter what it is, because like I said, I got my kids into the hobby now, and
Nice.
they love it. They love it.
Mhm.
Every day, they got a question, this or that, or blah 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 blah. So first thing I do, instead of just, well, here's your answer, you know, I break out the books. Let me
Yeah.
show you. Read a little bit, and then tell me
Uh-huh.
what you think, and then
Nice.
it's good education, it's good for them. So
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a 12-year-old son, and he's
Oh,
more into
awesome.
the YouTube thing. And so he loves making
Gotcha.
videos with me and stuff
Mine
like
too.
that, but
Mine too.
not as much into the fish thing, but
Right.
it adds an extra element to my channel, that
Absolutely, man.
my videos are probably, a little dry and structured and stuff,
Oh,
but then when Trenton gets involved, things get a little crazy and
it's
hectic, and
fun though,
it's
man. How much
fun.
more fun
It's
can you
fun.
have it with your kids?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just doing
exactly.
something with your kids. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But only real message that I got for folks, since we're on the topic of kids, get a kid involved, man. You know how they're always saying, take a kid fishing, take a kid hunting, take them out and bow hunt, whatever. Take them out and teach them about fish, teach them about your aquariums, teach them about how the system, the whole, nitrogen cycle works, and how the whole thing just melds together into like a little small little glass world right there in front of you,
Yeah.
teach them
Yeah.
all those wonderful things. I mean, it's all stuff that we love. Show them why you love it so much,
Hmm.
get a kid involved. Absolutely.
Yep.
It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be some crazy, huge 150-gallon tank or nothing. You ought to get them a 5-gallon tank, or even a 2.5 gallon. Put some shrimp in it or something like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's what hooked my kids was shrimp, actually.
Yeah, shrimp are fun. I
Yeah,
kept fish for a long time before I ever kept any shrimp,
same
and
here.
I was really, I was kind of like, oh, I'd see them on YouTube, and those are kind of cool, I guess. And yeah, finally tried some, and yeah, I mean,
It's a blast,
they're cool to check out. They're cool to watch, and
right?
yeah, yeah, and I mean, talk about something you want to pet. Like I've got I had a tank that had just a ton of cherry shrimp in there, and you put your
Ah,
hand
yeah.
in there, and they just all come
Latch on you,
congregate on your hand and start nibbling and stuff. So
right?
yeah, there you
How
go.
cool! How
There
cool!
you go. A little interaction.
Right on, right on. So get kids involved, guys. That's
Indeed,
my message. Definitely get the kids involved.
indeed.
Be good to yourself, be good to your fish, and get your kids involved. Absolutely.
Right on. Well, I appreciate you being in here, Rocco, and of course to all the people that were in chat. If I didn't mention your name, I missed you or something. I'm sorry. But yeah, replay crew, lurkers.
Please
I
do.
think Anthony's fishy friends popped in to say he was lurking, and there's
Right.
probably a few more.
The
Replay
lurker
crew,
nation.
moderators, all of that stuff. I appreciate you all, and
Absolutely.
yeah, like Rocco said, be good to yourself, be good to others, be good to the kids. We'll talk to you later.
Peace and love, guys. You're awesome. You're the best.